Hi, I'm making this video to show that even as a Christian, we can experience both great joy.
The joy of the Lord is real.
And great pain.
It just can't survive.
Even within the same day, within the same week.
I'm trying to give it all to Jesus with open hands.
Life is like this, and I think that feeling your emotions is important. I, for the longest time, have stuffed them. I wrote a song about it, and that works for so long. So, as I'm experiencing things now, as painful as it may be to let myself sit and cry for an hour, I know in the long run it's going to be helpful. Ecclesiastes 3 reminds us just that. Ecclesiastes 3 says, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace." It's in the Bible. There's a time to weep and mourn, and there's a time to be joyful and laugh. So here are some times recently where I've been letting myself feel whatever emotion comes to me. I still feel weird recording myself crying because it feels like, why are you recording yourself crying? But there is a purpose, and it is that we need to let ourselves feel whatever emotions we're having so that we can move on from them. Because if we don't accept where we are, how are we ever going to grow? I hope that someone will learn something from this.
I feel so much guilt for having any emotion because it's just like I can't breathe. And I have such a dependence on God. It just feels like it's getting harder. I don't understand. I don't understand. Hi. There's been this cycle of me trying to be happy, but just being sad. Sometimes I just so badly want to live a different life, and then I remember a couple years ago, I was waiting for this. And now, sometimes I look back, and I can never get those memories back again. So why am I still waiting, looking forward? I should just be enjoying each moment that I have. And truthfully, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just be where I want to be in the future, then I don't have to worry about this. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to enjoy the moment, but really not wanting to. Hi.
I don't know what to do with these, you guys. I look kind of like a boy. Okay, guys, I need to share something with you. I don't know if you can see it. This is not just me. This is the joy of the Lord. The Lord is at work, and I can see it in my own life, which is really cool. So I really want to share it with you. Right now, I'm so filled with joy from the Lord, and I can't even talk. I'm so happy. I just feel like exploding, which is such a contrast to literally 2 days ago. I was starting to be angry with God, and I've never been mad at God before in my life. Can't talk for the life of me. I'm gonna start over because I cannot think. I've hit my head about 10 times now, and having previous concussions, once I hit my head, my brain like doesn't know what to do and it starts freaking out. So I'm having such a hard time like formulating thoughts and then carrying them out. If this is all over the place, I'm sorry, that's why. I was starting to notice that I was angry at God, and I was like, God, I really do not want to turn away from you in this though. And I was starting to feel my heart literally like hardened. You know how in Exodus, God is like, I'm gonna harden Pharaoh's heart, and so he's gonna tell you that you can't free the Israelites. I literally felt like my heart was hardened, not because God hardened it, just because I hardened it. I've never been angry with God before. Throughout all my health issues and everything, I've always known that God had a plan for everything that I was going through, and he knew it was best for me. I started to be angry with God because I didn't understand why he was putting me through certain things and why he allowed certain things in my life to happen if they weren't going to turn out the way that I wanted. Which, saying out loud, is like, okay. That was actually kind of really scary. I really had to be real and vulnerable with God and be like, God, I am upset with you. I do not understand your plan for my life right now, but I really do not want to turn away from you in this. And I was praying, God, please touch my heart. Like, I feel like my heart feels like stone right now. And I feel like I have built walls around myself, like literally around my heart, so that you can't get to me. And I was like, please touch my heart. Over the next couple of days, I was watching this sermon from an old church that I used to go to. I cannot even remember what the sermon was about. It was in Galatians, I remember that. It was just like portraying the gospel and the gospel message. And it's like, I need to be reminded of the gospel message every day, because every day I forget. I don't know. It was just, there was something like super inherently amazing. It was just like the foundations of the gospel, and like the Holy Spirit just touched me. He was saying in the one that I listened to yesterday, the gospel requires an incredible humility and an incredible trust, but it gives an incredible freedom. It takes so much to say, God, I am broken. I need you. I cannot do this on my own. I do not know what's best for me, and I do not even know how to basically make decisions. Saying, I cannot know what is best for my life, and I am just merely a broken human. But then the freedom that it comes with to not have to go and earn your way. We don't have to buy our way out of sin. We can't, like, nothing we can do will make God love us more. It's not like I am trying to be a good person and I am trying to be more of a good person. That's not what the gospel is, guys. And that was just so, like, it hit my heartstrings. I don't know if hit my heartstrings is the correct terminology, but I don't know. I just felt so loved, and I feel like God has given me a great big hug, which is so cool, because I literally, like, my heart felt like a physical stone. It felt like there was just this big, like, hunk inside of me that was just like stone. And I was like, God, please touch my heart. And he delivered in like less than a day. And now I'm like, why would I ever want to be apart from the Lord if this is what being with the Lord is, and this is what serving the Lord is? The gospel is just so truly beautiful, and that's what I was reminded of. It's sin and redemption. I am sinful. I am broken. I do not know what is best for me. Honestly, just the phrase sin, redemption, it shows who we are as people and our ugliness, and then what God is and his graciousness and his lovingness towards us that we do not deserve. Okay, I was crying last night. I think this is fearing God. After I listened to a second sermon, because the first one was so good, I listened to the second sermon. And then I was trying to pray, and I was like, I don't feel like I can even pray right now, because I do not feel like I can talk to you, because you are so holy and I am so not. And I don't even feel like I can be in your presence right now, because I see what I truly am and I see what you truly are. And so I don't even feel like I can approach you. I don't know if you could see it from contrasted to the last video. The joy of the Lord is real, and this is such a really fun thing to experience, because I look at the fruits of the Spirit and I'm like, joy. And apart from the Lord and like apart from the Spirit, I do not feel a ton of joy on my own. I don't know, I'm not normally this happy. I just wanted to share with you my happiness. I wish everybody could experience this happiness. This is not what I've been feeling for the past couple weeks, but the Lord is at work, you guys. And he's alive. Jesus is alive. I love the gospel, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye. It's literally today. I just immediately started bawling. Just like, I'm really trying to let myself feel this emotion, this sadness, this grief, whatever it is, so that I can feel it and move on. Because what happens for me is I feel something and it's uncomfortable, so I ignore it and I try to move past it. But the problem is I can't move past it. It'll linger for a couple days until eventually I'm just breaking down from everything that's not even related. So now I'm trying to be healthy. It is probably healthy. It just hurts because it's not like I have to process this once and then it will be better. It's like I have to process this every day pretty much. And I hate this. Letting yourself feel your emotions is really hard. This morning I was really joyful. So I was trying to let myself feel that. I'm trying to give it all to Jesus with open hands. I thought I was filming a joy video. Letting yourself feel your emotions is really hard. It's really uncomfortable and I don't like it. Bye guys. Hi. I thought I was done with this video, but I realized I needed to say something really quickly. I understand that there is a spectrum. A lot of things in life, there's going to be a spectrum, this included. For me, I've suppressed my emotions and feelings and needs for forever. So I'm coming and saying, hey, it's okay to be real and raw. It's okay to cry. But then there also are going to be people on this end of the spectrum who are always crying, always sad, always angry, and like feeling their emotions in too much to where they need to come and say, give it to God and be like, you know what, it's okay. I can rest knowing that Christ has this handled and I can turn off my feelings. So we all kind of have to assess where we're at. We can all share our stories and like what God is teaching us, this being what God is teaching me, but then come together and come to the middle and find a balance. God is going to be teaching us each different things. This is what he's been teaching me, so I'm sharing it with you. Someone else may be over here, and that is totally fine. In case anyone else was like me and decided that crying was bad from the time that they were little. It's not. It's fine. It's uncomfortable, but it's fine. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Guys, look at my lamp. I think this is one of the cutest things ever.